Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 29 of Xenonauts. Things are actually starting to go a little bit better for us. We have better weapons, we have better armor, we have a better dropship that allows us to carry either 2 more soldiers or the same number of soldiers plus a vehicle. And we put that to very good use in the last mission, to the point where I'm trying to decide what I should do next. We are currently at the beginning of the month. We have $450,000 in the bank, and I have 2 options really. I have enough money to either go ahead and produce our first Marauder, although they do take quite a bit of time to make. But it's going to be really useful having some better interceptors. Also, given the fact that in the last video I did lose my Foxtrot and my Corsair from our main base, which was a little bit of a blunder. Although they may be at least partially repaired by the time we get to the next wave of UFOs. Or the other option, of course, is to go ahead and build the Scimitar support tank. Now, part of me thought that I didn't want to do this yet because I've only just discovered and destroyed our first medium drone, and I think that that is probably meaning we're close to getting hover tanks, if it's anything like the original XCOM worked. And I can just see what's going to happen here. I'm going to build a Scimitar support tank, and then I'm going to end up with the blueprints to build the hover tank. However, the tank was immensely useful on the last video, and the Hunter Scout car is a little bit weak. And I think the Scimitar support tank might actually serve as well. As much as I would love to get those Marauders up and running, and I really need to do that, I think we need to be careful about what we're doing there. As far as the bases go, is it really worth building an additional radar array in Area 52? Probably at some point, but at the moment, probably not. We could just build, like, additional Corsairs, I suppose. That is certainly something we could consider doing. I mean, but they're only a slight bit cheaper, so we may as well just build the Marauders. So that's what we're going to do for now. So let's just get into speeding things up. We're currently waiting for the completion of 1 plasma rifle, because we were 1 short to fulfill our quota of, I think it was 4 riflemen. And there we go. We've actually managed to research the medium drone wreckage. The medium drone is a battlefield drone roughly 2 meters in diameter. It is the closest thing yet encountered to an alien attack vehicle, possessing heavy armor and a powerful, fast-firing main cannon that is significantly more dangerous than infantry weapons. So these are a lot more dangerous than those little tiny flying hubcaps we've been encountering. The medium drone is best thought of as a miniaturized UFO. We believe the inch-thick armoured shell is fabricated from the same lightweight and durable materials as used in the fighter-class UFOs, predictably far more effective against infantry weapons than the powerful missiles and cannons. There are also striking similarities in terms of flight control circuitry and weapon array that suggest a common ancestor. Other elements appear to have been drawn from the light drone, such as the powerful frontal scanner and the central uranium reactor, though naturally both of these have also been significantly enlarged. The formidable weapon system is worth mentioning for 2 reasons. Firstly, it generates large amounts of highly charged plasma that's capable of firing multiple shots in quick succession. Each of these is a powerful explosive in its own right, capable of killing or seriously injuring any armoured soldier. The second reason is that the array stores excess power from the drone's reactor and subsequently uses it to boost its rate of fire. This system works perfectly well until the drone is destroyed, at which point excess energy will be released in the form of a secondary explosion, capable of killing or injuring anything nearby. So, I think these are much more akin to the cyber discs of the original XCOM, as they can damage anyone who's standing nearby when they explode. But it's good that we have managed to research that. Didn't get any notifications of a new research available, so I would assume we don't have the option to research a hover tank at this point. Quite surprised that we haven't managed to get that plasma rifle completed yet. There we go. So let us go back to base. So the first thing we're going to do is just go and have a look at our soldier loadout, because we do have a rifleman. It was actually Bobby. Are we going to replace you with somebody else for the next mission? Who do we have that we could send along? We would like to get some people promoted if we can. We could take Delicia along, who hasn't been on a mission for a while, which is probably one of the best things we could do here. So let's go ahead and do that. What we are going to do is we are going to take Bobby, who is injured, and remove you from Strike 1. We're going to take, mind you, what's the difference? Is 69 time units to 51. I think if anybody, I'd probably prefer to take Astrid at this point, although you already are a corporal. But we're going to take Astrid, and then we're going to go back in here, and Astrid has the right armor. You are going to be a rifleman, although you still now have all the wrong armor. You want the wolf armor. You don't want that. You don't want those. You want yourself a plasma rifle. You want some plasma rifle ammo. And then all of a sudden you're very, very overweight here. So let's get rid of your explosive charge. We hardly ever use them. Let's get rid of the medikit. Let's get rid of some of your grenades. And in fact, we have to take an awful lot away from you. It's because your strength is only 47. Before we go any further, do we have anybody who has better strength than 47? Actually, Ben. Ben's not too bad there. A little less time units, but a bit more strength. So, sorry, Astrid, but I think Ben is just in a better position there to do this one. So, Ben Crooks, you are going to be going along. Let us just go back again. I know this is a lot of messing around and going backwards and forwards, so for that I do apologise. Let's just make sure that we find... who was it? Delicia. And yep, you're back as you should be. So we are going to go to Ben. You need to be wearing... See, there is no spare wolf armour now. There we go. Let's take that off you. And let's go back to Ben. And... insufficient equipment. Okay, where has that that rifle gone? It's not on Delicia, because Delicia is still showing as only having a ballistics rifle. Oh, it was Astrid, wasn't it? Yes, we need to take that from you. And we also will just put you in jackal armor for now. I will get this sorted out. Should have done this before I started, really. So, sniper, rifleman... assault, heavy, rifleman, sniper, assault, and you're down there as assault, which you don't need to be. You need to be a rifleman and equip default for the role, which is still wrong because I haven't changed the default, so you need to be in wolf armor. Yeah, the only real problem with the wolf armor is that it makes people a lot heavier, so it is a little bit of a penalty for that. There is some better armor to come, although we are a way off getting that right now, but hopefully we will do soon. There we go, that's not too bad. We can leave it at that. One thing that we really should do, and I always forget to do this, is terrible, is make sure people are in the right place. So we've got a sniper at the back, which is a good idea. We've got a sniper at this end, which is fine. The 2 assaults, and then we've got the 3 rifles at the front and the heavy. That seems like an absolutely excellent way to load all of those people out. I would like to have a quick look and just see how those interceptors are doing. They are starting to recover health now. It's still a bad position for us at this point. Oh, and you know what else I've just realised as well, which is really stupid because I've missed time on it now, is I actually haven't started to produce the tank. So that is going to take us 3 days and 5 hours. It's not too bad. It's not as long as I thought it would be. And as soon as the tank is finished, unless we do have anything better that we need to manufacture, then we're going to start getting some Marauders, because we really do need to get some better UFOs. Now, we've had 2 UFOs pop up here at the same time, which is really, really annoying. We have... Wow, we've got a lot of them that have just suddenly pitched up here, which is really bad. So let's deal with the ones that are probably going to be easier. This one over here at Area 52 is large, but we don't know what it is. It doesn't have an escort, so we're going to send the Foxtrot and the Corsair. Hopefully be able to take that down. Now over here, this one is a small scout. So we could potentially just take this one out using our... We could just potentially take that one out using our Condor, although it's a little bit risky. So what we're going to do... Can we reach it from Indochina? Probably not. We can reach it from Indochina. Let's send the Corsair out and try and deal with it there. Or can we reach this one from Indochina? Because this one is the important one. No, this one is actually out of the reach of Indochina. So we're going to go for this one. We're going to intercept it with our Corsair from Indochina. And we are going to cross everything. We've also got another... cruiser going in for a ground attack Yeah, too many cruisers over here. These are going to be really difficult to deal with. And we've got another large UFO over here. And we have a landing ship on a supply run. Where are you, actually? There's got to be an alien base around here somewhere. There absolutely has to be. Unfortunately, all of these UFOs are popping up in a place where I can't currently deal with them. And this is very, very annoying. Okay, we have ourselves a cruiser. We're just going to take that one down because we just don't want to have to deal with it. We actually took a lot of damage, so that's not particularly good. We're actually being engaged here by a heavy fighter. Now, that's really bad for us because we've already used nearly all of our ammo and we only have 11% health. And if we auto-resolve, we've got a 0% chance for victory. So we're going to have to do this one manually, which I really don't want to have to do, because we're almost both dead. Now, I'm going to try and use my Foxtrot as bait here, because I believe it's the only real option we have. We're going to take our Corsair, we are going to put on the Afterburner, and we're going to try and, if we can, flank around and get behind this thing. What I want to do is keep that Foxtrot as bait, if possible. Hopefully he's going to go for the Foxtrot and not the Corsair. We don't have a lot of fuel. Right, you're going to turn this way. Let's keep the Foxtrot sort of flying in little circles in the hope he yes, he's going after the Foxtrot. That is excellent. That's what I want him to do. So I do need to make sure I keep this Foxtrot sort of out of his line of fire if I can help it. And we've actually took the fighter down. Fantastic. So that took a little bit of tactics, but this is the reason why the manual air combat can be very useful. I honestly didn't think I was going to do that. My heart is racing. I never thought that was going to work out. We have managed to intercept that scout, so we are going to auto-resolve that. Why not? It's nice and easy. We can return to base with that Corsair. Now, we've took a lot of damage here, which means we can't deal with that. I would like to be able to deal with this. This is a ground attack cruiser and its Androns. Unfortunately, all I've got that I can deal with here is the Foxtrot and the Condor at Indochina, and I'm not terribly sure that the Foxtrot is going to be able to deal with it on its own. So we're going to leave that as it is. Now, do I deal with this this crash site? I think I'm just going to airstrike it, to be honest. Unfortunately, we're going to take a lot of penalties this month because we just don't have the interceptors that we need to deal with a lot of these UFOs. I can't deal with this large ship here because we've already taken so much damage at Area 52. These guys are grounded for 30 hours. They can't do anything. This is a landing ship. And we're still grounded for 2 hours in this base. Yeah, at least it's doing most of the stuff that this one is causing problems with is in North America, which we've already lost. So that one isn't too problematic. We do have a landed ship here, which is a season... there's got to be an alien base there. There absolutely has to be. It's almost worth going and dealing with that as a landing site. But before I do that, I think what I'd like to do is see how far away we are from completing that tank. Still 1 day and 20 hours, so it's not going to be coming along on this mission. So the question is, do I attempt to do this as a landing site? I probably should. Now, Foxtrot and Corsair are damaged. But I'm going to send out the Shrike. And it's going to be a night mission as well, which could potentially be problematic. Now, what I'm quickly going to do... I don't like you being there either. But I'm going to intercept this one while we can. With the Corsair and the Foxtrot, they should overtake the Shrike because of their speed. Xenonauts operatives have identified a base, as expected. But we are going to do the ground mission. The reason I took those ships along is just in case that UFO took off, because I didn't want it to do any damage to my dropship. So here we are on a nighttime mission. We are against the edge of the map, which is nice. We are not in the corner though, we're right on the edge. Nighttime mission, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, especially considering we're up against Seasons and they do that very annoying psionic attack rubbish that we could could do without, to be honest. But you have to deal with what you're given. How expensive is it to lob a flare? Not too bad, actually. So let's go ahead and start throwing some flares out where we can reach. Start to uncover little bits of the map. Now, I think the tank's going to have to come out of the front door, probably. Oh, no, we can get around from the side. So I think we will bring the tank out from around the back. The tank does have slightly better vision than most of our normal soldiers. Arcane Cannon, let's get you out onto the field. Still haven't spotted anything yet. Doesn't mean there's nothing out there, though. Let's crouch you down. Let's also throw out a flare. We've got a light there, a light source, so we don't actually need to throw a flare in that direction, but getting a flare as far as we can over here would certainly be useful. So that gives us a little bit more vision. Let's get Stephen out. We do want to try and keep Stephen in cover where we can, but at the same time we need to start scouting this place out. We have spotted an alien. We took a shot, but it was resisted. That is why Stephen has that armor. Stephen can actually take a shot. Probably should do. And there we go. Stephen scores 1 kill before the mission even properly gets going. And you are just going to stay there and crouch down in case anything else appears. Let's start getting the rest of these people out. Ben, let's get you up behind this tree. Hopefully there isn't anything else around here. If there had have been, Stephen would have probably spotted it. Cherry Pie, we need to get you up as well. You should hopefully be relatively safe up here in the cover of these trees. Now, we do know at this point as well that the aliens have actually started using their grenades, so we do have to be careful here. I think for the time being we're going to keep the snipers at the back of the landing ship because simply we don't know what we're dealing with right now. And Missy, I think you're actually going to move up here in this direction and provide a little bit of cover support. Oh, wow. That was bad timing. So we have actually spotted an alien there. At least it didn't manage to hit Missy. Shadowhawk, do you have a shot from there? You don't because you're slightly blocked by the trees. What about Garrett? Now, you're slightly blocked by the side of the ship, but if you come out one space, then you're blocked by the trees. I would really like to be able to try and hit this guy if I can. Can we move the tank back or forwards a little? Yes, let's move the tank forwards. That gives us more space to get Garrett out here. You're still blocked. If you go to there, you're still blocked. If you go to there, you're now only blocked by Missy. Let's get Missy to safety. Ah, now we can't see him. That was problematic. Okay, let's put Missy in danger. She's still blocking your shot, which is really bad. You've got a 36% chance for 33 time units. You can afford to duck. Let's take the shot. Please don't hit Missy. Well, if there's ever a time when you needed something to go right, that was it. We don't have enough time units to really move you anywhere, so let's get you in the cover of those trees and hope that that's going to help things out. And we probably will move Shadowhawk forwards just a little bit so we are in the cover over here. That's everybody moved up, so let's end the turn. Massive amount of fire coming at Missy from off the screen. Could be a drone. Shots coming in at Stephen, again, resisting it. Gotta love that armor. I just wish we could give it to everybody. It almost might be worth just actually having a complete squad of people in Predator armor with LMGs. So we've got something fairly big and nasty over here. It actually didn't do any damage to Missy, which is quite nice, but it did suppress her. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be using our tank to have a little look over in this direction. And we find ourselves one season. I'm not sure that was the guy that took the shot, but before we take the shot with him, let us see if we can do it with a sniper. 95% chance to hit. It's a good shot. It hit him, but it didn't get a kill. We do get a second shot for a 58% chance, and that was actually incredibly wide. We do have Peter over here with his assault rifle. We do have a 92% chance for a hit. It is good, and the alien is dead. I hope it was that alien that actually shot at Missy. Right, we are at the actual edge of the screen there, or the edge of the map, which is nice. So have a bit of a look in this direction. The tank might go around here at... Oh, we didn't want you to turn. The tank might go around here and be escorted by Peter. That probably seems like a good thing. We will get Missy to go around in this direction as well. In fact, as we are split up, we'll probably get all three of these guys to go around in that direction. Now, things we do know. There's something nasty out here because it did take a pot shot at Stephen. Let's go ahead and see if we can very carefully find out what it was and where it was. And we find ourselves another season, of course. Let's move up a little. Turn you to face. And let's have the shots. Good solid kill. Thank you very much, Stephen. Let's start moving some of these people up. Ben, you're going to get up here behind the safety of this tree. I say safety. Completely exposed. Cherry, you're going to go up in this corner. And crouch down. And then you two guys, Shadowhawk and Arcane Cannon, have drawn your usual short end of the stick. It is nice that we have all this additional lighting over here. That is certainly going to help with discovery. Can't see anything over there, though. It may be worth trying to throw one of these out if we can reach. Okay, we don't see anything over there. You can't actually duck right now, so we are going to move Shadowhawk forwards a little. It's unlikely that there's anything in this corner, although it is a possibility, but I'm going to gamble on it being an empty corner, which may be the wrong thing to do, but normally nothing starts the other side of the dropship. At least I haven't experienced that yet so far in this game. So let's let them have another turn. I can't remember how many aliens it said were in this ship. I think it was 14. But I honestly can't remember the count. And so far we have killed that one there. 1, 2, 3... was the one here as well? 4, possibly? So I think we've killed 4, so there's still plenty of aliens left. Tank has some problems because it can't always get through the trees and the obstacles. But we're going to do our best. Yeah, that actually didn't want you to move there, but let's get you up here regardless. Okay, can't see too much with the tank. Again, our heavy... which always used to be very much a stay at the back and just shoot when you needed role, has now become our forward scout, because these Predator suits are just so heavily armoured. They just make light work of doing this. We are going to start moving up with our other people, though. We've got a double problem on this map. One, it's night time, so the darkness is a handicap. And secondly, it's absolutely full of trees, which means that there's lots of places for the aliens to hide. And you can throw a flare out there. Don't really see anything, though, so I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to turn you around and crouch you down. As for you guys, I would like to have a little bit more of a look in this direction, just to be certain. I've made myself paranoid. No, I think that area is clear. So let's go up here and get you behind these trees. We can't see anything. Let us move up to this side with Shadowhawk as well. Still don't see anything, although you've got a lot of problem with the cover from the trees, which is causing some serious issues. And then going up on the left-hand side, sorry, we should move the rest of you up. So, Missy, up you go. Not sure how it works if aliens are able to spawn in these little areas over here. I really hope they're not, because that'll just be nasty if they are. Peter, you can come up and get yourself behind this tree. And you can face over there, and then we should have Garrett over here as well. And you're actually quite far back, which I suppose is fair enough. You are a sniper, but you're going to get yourself into this little position here. Okay, that's all good stuff. Let's have you... What I probably should do is I shouldn't necessarily crouch people down at the end of the turn unless they really need the cover. Because it just means that when I move them on the following turn, they waste their first 3 time units by standing up to move. So I could potentially save a few time units by not crouching people down unless I need to take a more accurate shot or I really need the extra cover for them. So that is something I should keep in mind. We're going to use our tank to scout. Edge of the map again, so we should be okay. Still haven't spotted the UFO yet. Now, the map does go not too far over that way. And I think this is also one of the problems. I mean, this could be what these lights are here. I don't know whether these are lights that have been put out by the aliens. I mean, I suppose that would make sense. But this is definitely one of the problems that this tank has, is it has very, very little movement. I'm actually looking for, but currently can't see, where Stephen is. Oh, you're there. You crouched down, but you were so well camouflaged I couldn't see you. I have a feeling the UFO is going to be over in this corner. Well, the UFO may not be, but there's certainly a season over there. So we're going to take those shots. That season is dead. Now, unfortunately, Stephen has taken an injury there. So we are going to pull him back. Cherry, are you carrying a medikit? No, you're carrying C4. Is anybody around here carrying a medikit? What about Ben Crooks? What are you carrying? You are carrying a medikit. You're going to get that equipped. And you are going to get over there to Stephen. You can't do it on this turn, but on the next turn you will be able to. I really have a feeling that this is where the UFO is going to be, over on this side, and that's why all these lights are out here. So we're going to be very careful. Obviously there's lots of places where these aliens can spring out from and surprise us, because they've already done it several times. We will continue to just sweep around with these guys from this side of the map. And I am crouching them because with these shots coming out of nowhere, we really do want to make sure that all of our guys are in as good cover as they can be. But I'm also just trying to check all of my angles as well. That's very important. Garrett, obviously... Does the tank count as cover if you're near behind it? I don't think it does. Which is a little bit of a shame. But that's probably a decent enough position to get you in. So who hasn't moved there? Sweet Cherry Pie, you've not moved. And as you can't actually help Stephen out on this turn, you may as well just have a look and make sure we are good around these corners. Looks like we are for now. Let's end the turn. At least if anyone soaked the shot, it was Stephen. If anybody else had have taken that, they'd have probably died instantly. So that's not too bad for us there. Obviously, we're seeing some activity going on the second floor. Stephen is bleeding out, so we do need to heal him up as soon as possible. So we're going to take Ben Crooks, and we are going to do as big a heal as we can, which is 26 hit points. So that's nice. That's as much as Stephen can be healed. Stephen needs to reload. So he is going to go ahead and do that. Is Stephen not carrying a medipack? Yes, he is. He's actually carrying a medikit. I'm not sure if he's actually able to use it, though, but he could certainly pass it off to somebody else. So it's probably good that he does have that. Either way, that's as much as we can heal him up. So we are going to switch you back to your weapon. And unfortunately, Stephen, you are going to have to make yourself useful. Even though you have just unfortunately taken some damage. And we'll move people up as much as we think we safely can. We're still going to use these guys and the tank in an attempt to just scout out this corner of the map. I'm a little bit worried the tank's going to get himself into a position where he has to go the long way around to... Ooh, would you look at that? Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that the tank's going to get into a position where he's got to go the long way around to get over to this corner, because I'm convinced that's where the UFO is. We don't have a chance of hitting that guy because he is currently behind the trees, which is a little bit of a pain. We've got Missy here, who can't really do anything. So I think Missy is also going to head over on in this direction. We've got Peter here. We're certainly going to bring Peter forwards. Maybe he will be able to take some shots on his next turn. Currently, all his shots are blocked as well. So we are going to crouch you down. And we're also going to go and put Garrett over here as well. So we are using the tank for cover a little bit. Fortunately, the tank doesn't have quite enough time units to fire a shot over there. Otherwise, we could have just taken the trees out and that would have been brilliant. But that's not the way it's going to work today. We have found the UFO now, actually. Not sure how easy that's going to be to get to, though. Certainly going to be interesting. Right, I'm going to put you in there and hope that that gives us some cover. Also going to put Arcane Cannon here. face the doors and crouch and hope that you'll be able to take a shot if you need to. And Shadowhawk, there isn't really a good place that I can put you, but we do need to get you closer to the front, so we're going to put you up here behind these trees. And you're going to crouch, and that's everybody moved. We're still having these annoying mind attack things, which is most likely from the commander on board the ship. And we don't really like these ships. These landing ships are very annoying, although with Stephen, we might be able to do something a bit more to it. Wow, that was a nasty hit to the tank. It didn't destroy the tank, though, which is good. Although we are in the throes of replacing it. So we can't actually see where our alien friend is, but what we can do is we can take a shot over at these trees. I'm going to say that probably hit the alien. Except it didn't hit the alien. We'll take a second shot. That got him. There you go. We've just turned him into blue dust. We will use the tank just to make sure the rest of this area is clear. Still not sure how or if it's possible to get these guys around to the UFO from the back. We're certainly going to have an attempt at it. Looks like we can get in. These annoying rocks are certainly going to cause some problems if we want to try and get our tank in from this direction. Now, Garrett is becoming unnerved. He does seem to be the continual focus of their psionic attacks, but I think we may be okay. Cherry Pie, we are going to put you up at the side of the UFO. Probably should have checked around first and made sure there was nothing else. Let's just have a quick look that way to be certain. Yep, we're going to crouch you down. Still not the best of spots to be in. I think we're going to put Shadowhawk over here now behind this this vehicle. In fact, you may be slightly better off around that side. You may have a slightly better shot at the door. Yeah, you've got a certain shot at the door from there, so that's not too bad. And we will move Arcane Cannon up to this side for now. So starting to get people into position. At least Peter isn't bleeding out anymore at this point. So we're going to start to get him forwards towards the UFO. And he's probably going to be our sort of early assault person at this rate. Who else have we got that still needs to move? We've got you two, of course. You guys have got a fairly long way around to go to get in. So we're just going to move you as fast as we can. Take Missy as well. Now, Missy, you ideally need to be the other side of this door, but it's going to take you a little while to get there as well. So let's do that with you. We can, of course, afford to waste Eternal too. I'm not necessarily convinced that there's anything left outside, although it's quite the possibility that there is. But I think the best thing is to stack upon the doors and then to start making it interesting. So first thing we need to start thinking about doing is getting Missy up onto this side of the door. So we have our two assaults either side of the door ready to breach. Then I think we need to... I'm going to move Stephen to here. And I'm going to get him to look that way. Can't really see anything because we could really do with a flare. But Stephen is going to face and crouch the door. If anything opens that door, he's going to be sort of face tanking it. But I'm hoping that he will be able to dispatch anything. Oh. Is that a civilian? That's got to be a civilian, right? Yeah, there must be civilians on this map. I haven't seen any yet. And it's not giving me a red target, and I've not got a notification over here. So that actually must be a civilian, which is probably a good sign and means there's nothing up in that corner. So we should be thankful for that. You guys, of course, we do need to move up. We're going to move Peter into a similar position on this side. And you're going to crouch. And then Garrett, we're going to move you up over here. I appreciate that's not particularly good cover-wise, but you may get a shot in the door if needed at some point. Tank friend, you are going to finish scouting this back area of the map. I fully expect that we've got it covered now. In fact, I'm almost certain that we have. Yeah, so it's going to be difficult to get the tank around, but I don't think the tank's going to be all that useful inside anyway, so there's no point worrying about that. Shadowhawk, you're probably okay where you are for now. Arcane Cannon, let's get you moved forwards a little. And, yeah, let's end the turn. On the next turn, we're going to open the door. And we're going to have a little bit of a look inside and see what we can see. And see if we can start thinning them out. Still unnerving people, which I prefer it didn't do. Of course, it's not terrible at the moment. No one's panicked yet. Touching wood. Yeah, that is a civilian. We're good. Okay, now it's time to say hello. We've got 2 guys inside that we can instantly see. First things first, can we hit any of them with our snipers? Because if we can snipe any of them out of their position, that would be fantastic. A lot of stuff blocking the line of fire, unfortunately. Stephen, let us start by opening with machine gun fire. Okay, right. We did respond. We did get some reaction fire. That guy is now suppressed, which is nice, which means we can take that 95% shot because that's where it's capped. You still have your cover, which is very annoying. Although we do have a good chance of hitting you from here. We'll take it. And we actually got the kill. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to close that door and wait for the next turn. Does anybody need to reload? Don't necessarily think they do. I'm going to move Arcane Cannon around here. Again, slightly risky, but hopefully Peter will always be the... Stephen will be the primary target if and when the door is opened again. We are going to move Shadowhawk forwards as well. And you can crouch down there. Everyone else is just going to sit tight for now. Tank. Just going to be extra paranoid and check round everywhere else. Then we'll try and get it back to the front. Of course, it can't really do anything inside, so it's not all that important. Let's end the turn there. We've killed 2 aliens on that turn. We'll take that as a result. That's that civilian that just keeps running around to unnerve me. Peter has broken and he's fleeing. Lovely, he's fleeing inside the UFO. That was an excellent choice, sir. Allow me to commend you on your smarts. Okay, so Peter has dropped all his stuff and ran next to the red shirt. That doesn't help, and I certainly don't want to be shooting with Stephen from here because that's going to cause some problems. So, Shadowhawk, sir, time once again for you to prove your worth. You have a 60 time units you can afford to crouch. You have a 65% chance to hit him. And you missed. Of course you did. Garrett, what can you do in this situation? 55% chance, 57 time units you can also afford to duck. You have a 66% chance to hit. You miss it. Now, who's suppressed? Is that Stephen? Is that Peter that's suppressed, or is that the alien? Because at this point, I can't actually tell. 32. Right, we can run right up here. I don't think there's anything else in it, which means we can go right ahead and 84% chance. Shotgun to the side of the head. Okay. Missy, you're going to need to move in here as well. I wonder if we have the latest patch now where they've... There is a way of doing this. There's actually a way of doing it where you can remove the walls so you can actually see when you've got a unit hidden behind the walls. But I can't get that to happen right now. Maybe it's a mod. I've certainly seen others doing it. I'll have to look into that. Ben Crooks, you're going to have to come and guard this door. And I know it's not really your thing. However, we're in a bit of a position. And that position requires some additional bravery here right now. We are going to stomp Stephen in. We are also going to move Garrett and Shadowhawk in as much as we can get them in. We've still have our tank with all its time units. We're going to start moving it around. It's so slow, though. This is why I want to upgrade the tank. It'll have more time units, and it will have better armor as well. So, not an awful lot we can do here. We have moved everybody with the exception of Arcane Cannon. In fact, I like the idea of having you, because you've got a lot of time units. I like the idea of having you facing that door side on. So we will check the side rooms, and then it's off into the elevators, or the transporters, or whatever you want to call them. Still got this really annoying psi control attempt going on, but it hasn't done an awful lot of damage yet. So it's only made one person flee. Right, someone's teleported in. Purple shirt. Taken a shot. Reaction fire there. Doesn't get the kill, sadly, and I think he's teleported back out as well. which is annoying. Here comes another one, taking a shot. It hits Steven. Steven resists because he is a machine. And everybody else just wrecks the place up by shooting randomly and wildly. He has taken cover, which is a bit of a colossal pain in the hoop. That other guy looks like he's definitely disappeared. So what can we do here? Well, 41% chance to hit. Start off with that. Why not? Ben, right, where are our assaults? Sweet Cherry, you are going to get... Oh, that's a lot of movement for you, isn't it, really? It's not ideal. Let us start moving Steven a little bit forwards, because I want to check over here. We are going to have a look through here with Missy. Okay, this side room is secure. There's nothing in here. So we can go back to where we were. We're going to shut that door. And we're going to face that teleporter in case that cheeky one decides to pop out again. Peter, you are going to head outside and pick your stuff back up. And get yourself back in where you may be useful. Now then, let's consider having some snipers in here that may be able to deal with that alien if it decides to come through the teleporter again. Not an awful lot else that I can do at this point. I would like to check this side door, but we'll do that on the next turn. I've just remembered I didn't move the tank, but we're already at the point now where I don't think the tank's going to be a lot of use. Right, he teleports in. We do get some reaction fire. It just hits cover. He takes a shot at us, does the same thing, helps take his own cover out, and all we're doing now is shooting at the place. Okay, luckily nothing in here seems to be too explosive. Can anybody shoot straight? Finally! With a million reaction fire shots, we finally managed to take down an alien. Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is use Arcane Cannon to have a look through this door. We should be okay. Okay, this side room is also secure. We are happy with that. We're going to close that door. We're going to back off a little bit, turn around and crouch. I'm going to hit end turn and have one more turn of nothing happening, apart from mind control attempts, because at least this way we will be able to see if anyone's willing to pop their head through the teleporters. So far, no. So now we'll think about moving up. So if anyone comes through that teleporter, they are in serious trouble. Let's get Arcane Cannon moved up that way as well. We are going to move Missy up to the side of this one. So if anyone comes through there, they're going to be getting a face full of Missy's shotgun. Garrett, you need to reload, so let's take that opportunity to do that. Peter, you are going to head up in this direction and crouch. Again, if anything comes through there, you know what to do. Cherry, you are probably also going to breach from this same pad, so let's have you crouched there. What else do we need to do? Shadowhawk, probably not too much use for a sniper, but we will start to move you guys forward. Ben, however, you are going to be going up to deal... Actually, no, I want you there. Slightly better cover, and you'll save a few more time units. Shadowhawk, move up anyway. Crouch you down. Is there really any point at... Yeah, you see the tank has to go the long way round to get to the door. There's no quick way for it to get there at all. Which was to be expected, so I don't mind too much. Let's end the turn. Is any alien going to gamble and step onto those teleporter pads? Apparently not. So, tank. Carry on moving around there. For what reasons, I do not know. Just like burning fuel. Okay, let us... I suppose, really, you've got the most hit points. Well, you don't, but you've got the most armor. Okay, so far, nothing in the room. So we've got both teleporters lead to the same room, and there's two doors that open into a larger room. Now, that's potentially slightly more useful, because it means we can start moving people through all on the same turn without anybody getting shot at. And we can start putting people into cover. I think, Missy, your best place is probably going to be the other side of that door. And turn yourself to face it and crouch. And then we're going to go and take Sweet Cherry. I should have moved Missy to the far door, actually, because Cherry has slightly less time units. But you do have enough time units to get at the side of the door. And to crouch down. Trying to do this carefully here, because I really don't want to make any mistakes and screw this up too much. Peter, you are going to stay in that cover and crouch. You are facing both doors, more or less. Arcane Cannon, you are going to do pretty much the same thing on the opposite side. So you are going to go over here and crouch. Who do we have left up here? Ben Crooks. I'm going to get you to go and do something similar. Not so much good cover for you. So you're actually going to run yourself around behind there. Although I appreciate you're not crouched. Let's end the turn. See if they actually open the doors. They're still attempting the... Now, they don't have line of sight on me, obviously, but they can still attempt this annoying morale thing. There's now a civilian on board the alien spaceship, which is just fantastic, really, when you think about it. Let's open the door. Okay, first door open, no alien seen. Okay, we do see a purple shirt. Do we have anyone here in a position to take a shot? Potentially got a shot here from Peter, although it seems a little bit risky. Let's have a walk up to the door with Stephen. We are taking shots now. Luckily it misses. I would like to just know how many aliens are in here. Taking another reaction fire shot. Okay. There's the commander. That's the annoying git that's been doing the mind control. We've got one over here. So at least we now know what we have. Which makes life a little bit more interesting. Missy. Can you take out the commander? You got a 24% chance to hit. You didn't hit him. Time units required 38. Doesn't give you enough to duck out the way. So take your lesser chance shot. You still miss. Reaction fire this time. Luckily he misses as well. And we're going to step to the side with this one. Potentially gives Arcane Cannon the shot, although we can no longer see. So let's move Arcane Cannon up to the door. He has taken his reaction shot. 46% chance to hit. The commander is hit but not dead, which is a little bit annoying. We have just enough time units to get out of the way. Peter, move up to this door. You have a 42% chance to hit 50 time units. We can afford to crouch. 51% chance to hit. And you missed. So, we're going to close the door. Ben, we're going to get you... Well, I can't... I'd like to say cover, but it's not really. Now, you would potentially have a chance to hit him. But it's not great. Stephen, how much is it going to be for a shot for you? 52. You've got 75. So we could take one shot and then get you out of there, which is probably the sensible thing to do. Which one do we go for? The chance of hitting them both is the same. Slightly less time units to shoot this one, and it is round the corner, so it makes the most sense to go for that one. And we do get the kill. That's potentially one alien left. So we can get Stephen out of the way, and we can close the door. Maybe we can't close the door. Okay, that means that Sweet Cherry Pie is going to have to try and take a shot over here at this one. It was a miss. Second shot. Well, at least it's suppressed. That helps. Don't get a second shot. Don't know why we can't close that door. We certainly had the time units and nobody's standing in it. For that reason, I'm actually going to... Ben, you've got a very low chance, but... Oh, 360 no scope, and he gets it. Nice work. And still... No, you don't have enough time units to get out of the way now. Still, I think there's only one alien left, and I think he's going to have to move or open some doors to get to us. So let's end the turn. He is on the move. This civilian must be thinking, what's going on? Okay, so let's open the door over here so we can get a good line of sight on him. We can actually get a 69% chance shot straight off the bat. Oh, and he's dead. That should be it. Brilliant. That was a fantastic mission. So, Stephen did get a little bit injured, which is a shame. He's only out for 9 days. It's not terribly bad. Commander Arcane Cannon. Arcane Cannon is now the commander of the Xenonauts squad. Fantastic. And you have yourself a long service medal. You're the only person that's got one of those. Awarded for active participation in 20 combat missions. Congratulations. Stephen has got the Order of Terror for the elimination of 20 extraterrestrial units, as has Garrett. I'm surprised Garrett didn't get that earlier, to be quite honest, with the way he snipes. And Ben Crooks gets his promotion to Sergeant. We took no casualties. The one civilian that was out here survived, even though he was looking around the UFO. We got some alanium. We got some alloys. We managed to recover an alien reactor, which gives us a nice bit of money there. Not too bad at all there, really. $92,000 almost. So that is good to go. Now, what I would like to do before we do anything else is... We're not going to deal with the base, but we would certainly like to deal with any of these UFOs and get everybody back to base safely. I'm not necessarily sure that it is going to happen, to be quite honest, because those UFOs look like they're now flying out of range, which is a little bit of a pain. However, we do know where there is another alien base. Central America, we still have excellent relations, although there's a bit of a predicted change. Relations in South America are still bad. Now, admittedly, with the funding level compared to the predicted change, we're not likely to lose them at the end of February, but it's still very problematic. I'm almost convinced that there's an alien base down here somewhere, and in fact, at some point, what I may need to do is launch one of my interceptors from Area 52 and actually go over here and have a look and see if there is... Will it actually just allow me to do that? Relocate. I'm sure there was a way to actually launch interceptors. But what I really need to do is take a plane out here and have a look and see if we can actually see if there's a base down there. Because that one's well within our radar range, but we only found it when that happened. Average relations in Southern Africa. So Southern Africa's got a predicted change on the negative, but it's still good overall. Superb relations in Northern Africa. Middle East is fine. Europe is good. Now, where is that base? That base is in Europe, so we're still good in Europe. Soviet Union is still good, with a very good predicted change of plus 173,000. So even though we had some terrible stuff going on in this corner, we're still good there overall. Indochina is good. Australia or Australasia is bad, but no predicted change so far. So all in all, I think things are actually going quite well. Just have a quick look at the production. 1 day and 13 hours left on that tank, and we have enough money in the bank to get ourselves a Marauder. So as soon as that is finished, we will do that. Quick look at our planes. Our main 2 interceptors at our main base are sort of just over halfway repaired. And if we go and have a look at Area 52, they're not too bad either. I mean, at least they didn't get shot down, but they're getting repaired as well. So I think overall that was a relatively successful mission. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying Xenonauts, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.